Good evening, friends. Hope you're all having a good day. Hope you're ready for Monster Train, because that's the agenda for the next while. Anyways, we made some progress. We got a couple things off the board. We utterly failed to get handheld totem Tethys off the board, but that's, I think, where we're going to start today. But if we failed a couple times, we'll probably just move on to something else and come back to it. It's definitely not an easy one, at least not for how I'm trying to use it. Though I know part of it is that I should just be a lot more conscious with how many shards I'm taking, and that would help a lot. But anyways, I think that's where we're going to start today, and we'll move from there. Tonight is the night you'll finally pick Lardstone. I use Lardstone a fair bit, it's just that it has to be on the right things. Like, I defend Lardstone when people say that it is a worthless upgrade. I think it has a variety of good uses. It just, you have to be very conscious of when you're using them. I think it could be a little better, perhaps, but I don't think it needs, like, dramatic changes. And I certainly don't think it needs to have, like, trample added to it. You do not use Lardstone a fair bit. I use Lardstone a lot, and I have the failure rate to prove it. Oof. Oof. Ooh, Cheater's Hand is actually pretty nice here. I want the guild marker because it's good early. I mean, it's just good in general, but especially early. But Cheater's Hand allows us to essentially permafrost a card if we want, which is great with handheld totem with what we're trying to do. So we'll take it. And I am going to greed for this, even though there's a good chance we die. The problem is I'm trying not to set up on top floor, which makes Light's Gift a lot less appealing. I think we'll take Forever Flame. We're definitely not taking Capricious Reflection, even though I know mathematically it's okay. Do I want to take the spikes? I mean, I do. I don't think I should. We might die here, but I'm going to take it anyways. I know it's the bad choice, because Tethys will die to the spikes immediately. But you know what? We're going to hold on to Tethys, I guess. Except I did forget that that was going to happen, because I didn't take into account that we have offering tokens. Well, so be it. I mean, it doesn't matter what we put back, because we know we're just going to grab it with the offering token. Whatever. We're accepting that we're taking some damage. We know that that's the case. I was hoping we were going to get Tethys back. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Our spells don't do a whole lot of damage, so it's not like putting a bunch of spell weakness on is going to matter a ton. And also, again, doesn't really matter what we do here, because we're just going to draw it with that, which I'm fine with, because we're just going to discard that, because having a torch with spell weakness is not particularly helpful, and having a trained steward doesn't do anything for us. Yeah, so we've got 3 spell weakness, so 4 times damage, so this should do more, because this only does 5 damage, and then this does 6, so we'll do that. Still not, like, a ton. It'll be great once we can power it up, but until then, unfortunately, we still die. Yeah, I'm willing to let that go. I know I should have just not taken the shards, and we would have been fine if I hadn't. But I'm not going to push it. We'll just let that run die. Lawless Mages are actually appealing. for once. Except we didn't get a handled totem. So let's try again. Interesting. Not the start that I would desire, but here we are. I mean, Wing Steel is good. Like, it's real good. But Rules of Containment actually solves a lot of our early problems. I'm going to take it. I don't love it. I'm still going to take the gold, even though I know I shouldn't do it, because I keep talking about how I shouldn't be taking the shards. I know I just need to stop playing as greedily as I'm playing, but it's really hard to not do that, especially because if we could just get past this rough start, it would put us on great footing for later in the run. Ugh. And I want the unit. I'm going to do this even though it goes against the whole purpose of why I took what I did. Do I care about protecting that fledgling imp? Maybe. I think we'll do this. We do lose a little bit of damage by letting him die, but we have another fledgling imp in the deck. And so this makes space to get that one. Interesting. Well, I was hoping it would kill him, obviously, and it didn't. Also, I kind of wish that I could have the Titan's Tooth this turn. And we do have a Train Steward coming up, so I'm actually going to kill you so we have space. We'll hold on to that Ice Tornado. Oh. Could do that. I think we still want to do this, though. Because we do get a lot more damage this way, and it sets up for a nice Ice Tornado. We don't get the Frostbite, unfortunately, but... Didn't even get to catch up to the end of your last stream from where I fell asleep. Glad you got your sleep schedule to work with your today. Mine didn't. I mean, mine was questionable. I spent a large chunk of the day in unhelpful states. But I had to be awake at odd hours, like I wanted to... Anyways, I wasn't feeling at all tired until, like, 9 a.m., but I had to be awake to take someone to an appointment at 11, and so I had to wait for that. And then by the time the appointment was done, it was like 11:40, and then I needed to eat something, so we went and got food, and then I didn't... Anyways, it was a day. I wasn't particularly happy with it. Maybe someday I'll reset my sleep schedule. Do we actually take Energy Siphon for once? I think we will. I mean, I want the defense from Welder Helper, but I don't think we actually want a Welder Helper. Hidden Passage doesn't super help us. Do we really want a Fortify? Kind of. It's so underwhelming, but I will take it. Okay, I will take Guard of the Unnamed. I need a good kill spell. I mean, I guess we got the Ice Tornadoes. They're not my favorite, but they're workable. And it is nice that they have Permafrost on them. There's kind of an ordeal to play. Kind of want to go here, especially if we got a Steel Worker. That would actually be reasonably nice. But I did want to go to the Merchant Magic. I think we're still going here, though. Once again... Not exactly my most helpful situation. I'll still take Forever Flame. It really wants me to have Forever Flame. And there's the Steel Worker, which I do like. Incant armor is going on you. And then do I just want the HP? I think I don't. I think we want the incant armor again. But are we really going to visit another Merchant of Steel? There's a good chance that we do, even if just so I can hit the vortexes. So I guess we'll leave that. And then we'll hold on to our cash now. Yeah, I'm willing to do this. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be enemy start on all floors, but this works just fine. Oh, except it's the sweep boss. I actually want not you there. I actually want the steel worker there. So we can armor up Tethys some. We may as well play this top floor because it doesn't do us any good bottom floor. Because they're all dying to the frostbite except for the one that has the damage shield, and there's nothing I can do about that. Alright, you're dead. You're dead as well. I mean, that's not gonna matter. The rage is gonna fall off before that, but still. Okay, so you're going to die. Let's just play out what we can. Unfortunately, we can't play out the Strain Steward. Also, I probably should have played that spell up here for the armor, but I wasn't thinking about it. We gotta get rid of your spell shield, but that's easy enough to do. I mean, I may as well just do this. Like, yeah, it burns through his spell weakness to not perfect effect, but it doesn't matter, because we're doing half his health here, and then we're going to be able to just Ice Tornado him top floor. And even if we don't, he's taking most of his health from just our little chumps here, but that finishes him off nicely. We don't need that. I kind of want the Mollusk Mage. You know what? I'll take the Mollusk Mage. It's a little jank for us, but still good. And of course they give us Apex Imp. I mean, the Apex Imp would be great, especially because we could just, like, fuse the Guard of the Unnamed in. We're not doing that deck, though. We're just going to take the sweet, sweet gold. And I don't think there's anything I need to Hellvent. Hellventing the Mollusk Mage is kind of cute. But we're not doing that. Yeah. We're just going to go to the right and pick up this. Unsurprisingly, we just want the gold. I don't have any consume cards, but we'll take this for later. Partly because we're up against Diligent. And we have a Woken's Rail Spike now, which I don't hate. Okay, so first off, you are gonna go into you. Magic Power and Piercing. It's gonna go there. And then, do I care about -2ing that? And I think the answer is no. I think we're gonna do that here, even though that puts us at high shards. And maybe I should be more conservative with that, especially because we're up against knockback Talos. Well, we got the imps. We might be able to stop her from hitting us. Well, we're not going to be able to stop her from hitting us, but so be it. Talos, I think, will hit us again one more time, which will eventually work out for us. Because we should have enough armor to survive that, and then we'll get to reorient ourselves with a full health thing. That's the dream, at least. Okay. The Fledgling Imp is actually fairly nice with our sweep Tethys. Also, fuck you and your sweep, you bastard. Killing that doesn't change anything. Nor does hitting anything here. Like, yeah, it makes this guy stronger, but it doesn't matter, because it's all just being wasted on killing the Fledgling Imp anyways. Oh, except I can't play that now. Fuck. Yeah, it's like just barely enough. Huh. That is a problem. I guess maybe we have to set up differently. Alright, well, let's try. Maybe setting up on bottom floor. Fucking knockback Talos. Dazed Talos would have been perfect. But we'll try setting up on bottom floor. It's not that bad for us. It's just that mid floor gives us a little bit more workability. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. And I should have done it differently. I mean, this still sort of works, but... No, my poor Mollis Mage. Well, I can save him. Just barely. It's not perfect. I just want him there so he enhances my spell when I inevitably hit Talos. But I need things to save him because otherwise this just kills him. Which is not the ideal here. But, yeah, like, he's gonna die. There's not much I can do about that. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Talos, or Tethys still ends up in front, which is exactly what I don't want. Also, we're taking a bunch of damage from this. Not enough that it kills us, but... Yeah, unfortunately, our shark does not fucking matter, really. All that matters is... Yeah, it's not enough. I need to be able to stack more spell weakness. That's the whole point of this build, and Talos fucks it up. Alright, so we just need to play things slightly differently. Because I think if we play you in front... Oh, is that true? I mean, I could try setting up top floor. We might be able to stack enough spell weakness on Tethys. I doubt it, though. Also, I could maybe wait to put out you. mean, that's overall sort of underwhelming, but here we are. The problem is I really just need Tethys to be behind the shark, and that is proving extraordinarily difficult for me to manage. But we'll see what we can do. It would have been nice to use that Ice Tornado in these guys, but we're just trying to see what we can do. Again, I would have used the Ice Tornado here, but I couldn't because I Ember Drained myself last turn. Also, unfortunately, these guys then murdered all of our things up top floor. Oh, you have Frostbite, you're gonna die anyways. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately we still only get one round of Tethys attacking. I need some way to get Tethys behind the shark, is really what it comes down to. Yeah, we're just not anywhere close to where we need to be. It's like I can get her down low-ish, but I don't have anything else to contribute damage elsewhere. And so like, I could wait to play Tethys or wait to play the guard, but both of those seem unreasonable. Because we tried this, I'm pretty sure. Although I don't know if I tried... I might have done something different turn 2. So I think the last time I didn't do that, but also ended up not mattering. But that sort of does. Okay. That's workable for now. I probably should have done that bottom floor so I still get the incanting armor. Whatever, it's fine. I'm just also trying to minimize the damage I'm taking where I can. Oh, I forgot that I have increased damage up on top floor. Well, I didn't really need to play out that Train Steward, now did I? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to draw the Ice Tornado this turn, which means I can't play it there because I Ember Drained myself. Whatever, fine, so be it. Oh, and now you're going to knock back because I don't have a dude here. Great. Infuriating. Hello, Edwin. It goes. Less good than one may desire, but an unexpected amount, given the Tethys situation. I mean, Tethys is at least in a better position here. Really wish that you were dying. What are we working on now? We're currently trying to do Handheld Totem like we ended at last night, to mixed success. Yeah, it's not gonna work if I'm not able to hit her. Stupid knockback Talos is just so much a problem for me. Also, like, obviously, this would be a lot easier if I hadn't taken so many shards. We understand that to be the case. Alright, here's the deal, though. We're gonna do that. Again. There's gotta be a way where I can make this work. Actually, let's try something slightly different, because I think I might be able to make this work doing Tethys in the middle. Okay. Yeah, so you should survive that. You'll take a hit, but that's not a big deal. As long as we can avoid Talos getting knocked in front again. Which I think we can avoid. Alright. Because as long as we can get more hits on with Tethys, we'll be okay. It's just a matter of getting to that point. Although I worry on this turn. Okay, you don't die now, which seems vaguely important to us. We'll take some damage here, fine. Yeah, you're a problem. Because I need you not to get knocked back here. Fuck. It's just not okay that that's how it works out. Because they were still going to end up with Tethys getting knocked around. Just because the Ice Tornado just doesn't hit this guy. But if that's the case, like, we should be able to do the same thing, but just have Tethys in the back like originally planned. That should work as long as... Anyways, whatever. We'll eventually make this work. We have proof of concept, and I know I'm forcing this, and we should just let it go and play a less greedy deck, but I can see the truth of this matter. Okay. Alright. Stupid Talos. It also helps if I had a stronger spell, but, like, this should work. Okay, so you're still alive. I played these out here. Okay, this is fine. And we're even keeping the Mollusk Mage alive, which is also ideal. I mean, we need to keep it alive through this, but Maybe that's doable. Actually, might not be able to survive this. Well, he's got 3 health. He should be able to survive. Also, we'll have the magic power next floor, which would do it. I'm gonna do that just so he dies for sure. Even though it'd be nice to get as much armor on him as possible. Unfortunately, the spikes kills Tethys, which there's not much I can do about. I was worried about that, but that still means that... Oh, I guess we got the armor. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Okay, yeah. So she's at 10 spell weakness now, which is way better. And we can kill this guy in advance. And now we hit her for 1,200 damage. Finally! God, like that's all I wanted to do. There's the Hoarfrost effigy we wanted with Chillwind. Oh well. We're definitely not taking this. I mean, Spike the Hellhorn is vaguely cute for Handheld Totem because we do have Sweep and we do want armor, but the amount that you get for the investment you put into it is just so underwhelming. And then we're definitely taking Draw. Capacity would be kind of cute, but Draw is what we want. Okay... I kind of want to go here. Mostly looking for Incant Armor. And also just because we could get some removals, which would be nice. On the other hand, buffing our spells more would be nice. Like if we hit Remove Consume on that, that would be good. Even Holdover on the Fortify could be decent. Like it's not great, but... realistically, I just need, like, 1 good damage spell. Well, I need a little bit more than that. I think we're going here. I do want to remove a bunch of things, but we'll see how it goes. -2 is interesting. Magic Power and Piercing is decent. Remove Consume I'll take. It's not perfect, but I'll take it. I could do -2 on an Ice Tornado. Which I might do. Although we're taking a ton of things. I think I'm willing to do that, just so we never are unable to play it, basically. And then let's make you a little better at your job. Although I probably should have done that on the Torch, because the Torch can target better, which I appreciate. Regardless. Honestly, I'm willing to do that. It doesn't matter as much because we've got the Steelworker infusion generating armor onto Tethys, but I want to make sure that Tethys doesn't just die. Maybe I should have put the +10 on this. The problem is it costs 3, and that's a big ask for us right now. I'm going to remove it. It's just a little too awkward for us. We going to do that to the next boss? Do what to the next boss? Ooh, the spell weakness is kind of a problem. I mean, we've got piercing on these, but... the problem is I really need to thin my deck, because that's basically all of my damage right there. And there's a good chance we just die to the waves, as is. I'm not going to take the trial. I really want the gold, but Reset 5+ times to get 10+ to kill them with the Ice Tornado. I mean, in the ideal world, we don't have to reset that much, but yeah, we might. Hopefully we won't. The problem was mainly just fucking Talos doing her knockback shenanigans. Because we had everything we needed, basically. Oh, I should have done this first. Well... yeah. Should have done that differently. I'm sad I can't play out the Fledgling Imp here. That's sort of fine. Anyways, we had what we needed for Talos. It's just that her knockback really ruined our setup. And as long as we didn't have to fuck around with the knockback, we were fine. It's just that dealing with the knockback ruins lives. Ideally, I want his smallest mage up top. Also, you're going to be a problem. Unfortunately, everything's a problem for our deck right now. Also, I forgot they bypass mid-floor, which is not great. Yeah, we really need more reliable spells. Or enough consume spells that we can heal up off of refracting lenses. I should have just played that out, I didn't realize. This is Handheld Totem or the other path? I forget which path does what. This is Handheld Totem. The last path that we haven't done being Conduit, which is my favorite Tethys path, by far. I guess I may as well kill you. We're not going to get any damage to stick on you, really. There we go. We did lose a lot of health. We need more reliable spells. I was kind of hoping for like an Ice Storm. We need... God, do I want the Inferno too? Kind of. Not really. The problem is it's not really playable. So keep Conduit for the last run. Yeah. That's the last one we got coming up. The Battering Ram is kind of cute just because we do generate a lot of armor, but we can't afford more 3-cost spells. I guess I'm going to take the Inferno. I need more kill spells, and I don't really care about my units all that much. I do want to go to the Merchant of Steel, but I think we're going to go here so I can heal and so I can minus cost some things. These are not actually helpful. One Horn's Tome is cute, but I can't play it. But having Tethys attacking twice would actually be pretty shenanigans. Not for the damage, of course, but because, currently we do 2 spell weakness per hit. We can make it so it's 3 spell weakness on hit. And so we could be generating 6 spell weakness around. Which is a lot. Like, it makes Inferno do 700 damage. To be fair, Inferno already is going to be doing 400 damage with that, and I don't think most things are going to need the 700 damage that would provide. The problem, like, if we were in a better shape, I'd take it, but we're not. And it's not really feasible for us to use it, because we'd have to double minus cost it, and even then it's going to cost 3, and it doesn't immediately solve our problems. If I had like a 0-cost kill spell right now, I would take it, but I don't. So, do I want the Wildwood Tome? I don't think I do. It's technically sort of nice for bosses, but it's not nice enough for me to care. Okay. Kind of want to do the magic power on the ice storm. But on the other hand, there's a temple there. Okay, we'll just minus cost of that again. I really need to remove things. I'd like to get rid of those train stewards, too. I mean, I'd like to get rid of everything, really, is what this comes down to. I guess we'll do that. I don't know. Armor 15 isn't much worse than what we've currently got. I was also kind of hoping that we were going to get consume magic power on some of that. So then we'd have more spells that we could be getting healing off of the refracting lenses. Because currently I have basically none. I guess we'll play you up top instead of just sacrificing you. The Ember Drain might cause us grief, but hopefully doesn't. I need to be better at generating armor on you, and I'm currently not amazing at that, which is an issue. I should have played you out first. I want to keep these for other turns. So I guess we're going to do it like this. Even though it means we use up all of our things there. Also, I already forgot that we wouldn't have enough energy for this one, but that's fine, because we can just use this turn. Also, I should have looked at what I was going to draw. That's fine. Not that big deal. We greatly reduced the amount of damage we were taking here. Unfortunately, we still don't have, like, a ton of armor, but... Oh, and you are a sweep dude, which I didn't take into account. Well... Fine. I mean, I guess we'll do just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, like, that's the best we can get. This one is stronger, so we just leave that for next turn anyways. And then we just see what we can get built up. Unfortunately, Toughness dies right there, so we've only got 4 spell weakness. Is that enough? Oh my god. No. Oh, thank god. That was the dumbest. Oh, we got there. What a fucking shit show this is, though. This is not a good deck. Oh my god. I would love to make use of the offering, Guardian's Amulet, but I don't have any way to discard it, so... God, that was a clusterfuck if I've ever seen one. Tiresome Climb is nice. I don't know that we can afford taking it. I'm gonna take it anyways, though. We'll see what we can do. Beautiful Railhammer. I was really hoping for magic power there. Okay. Time for choices. So we have a number of options available to us. Holdover in the Ice Storm could be nice if we get magic power on it. Because it is powerful. Also, I'll tell you right now, this plan works so much worse against Divinity, and there's a good chance we get to Divinity and then we die, because spell weakness against Divinity is generally pretty terrible. But we're going to deal with that problem when we get there. Holdover armor for the strongest boss in the game. I mean, I was honestly considering this. There's sort of three good options. There's armor, there's daze, and then there's Ice Storm. And I think we're doing Tiresome Climb. Also, I'm going to take this before I forget. And yeah, I'll just do it on the Frozen Lands. Okay, let's get rid of these. I do kind of wish that I had some way to buff up Tethys. So we do actually kind of need that. I mean, at this point, there is a good chance that we're going to reach Divinity. We're just not going to be able to kill it when we get there. Alright. I guess we'll do this. I was kind of holding out on that, because it's sort of nice for holdover, and also it's nice if the Rail Spike hits it, because that would also just bring it down to 0 cost, but it's a good chance that doesn't happen. Okay. Also, luckily, it's the Arcus who doesn't have stealth, so we can hit him right now, which is nice. I may as well do that. Well, speaking of, alright. Yeah, I don't love that, but I wanted to get at least some damage on this guy because we're at low health. And it does help, because then he doesn't kill me. Yeah, the problem is we can't play this now. But I think I needed to do that. Oh, maybe this would have been enough. I didn't take that into account. Oh, and your action issue. Fucking incant shard. Well, we'll hold on to our ice tornado, I guess. And then hope that it cooperates. Didn't cooperate. Okay, well, at least that worked. Wasn't perfect, and we are burning all the spell weakness on Arcus, but that's fine, more or less. I'm gonna do that just so we can heal off of it. Okay. Honestly, not the worst. I did want... Oh, I thought this was in Relentless. Alright, that's even better. I was gonna say I wanted to stack more spell weakness on him, or more days on him, but then we didn't. Alright, don't mind me as we just stack a bunch of spell weakness on him. It's only 16 spell weakness, but still. We'll just get you out of the way so we don't have to waste any spells on you. Yeah, this is our best option. Actually, that's our best option, but we're not going to be able to play it, so... Doesn't matter. We kill him. It's just we're not going to kill Divinity. The Ice Empire is actually quite good. I don't know that it's incredibly useful for us right now, because it only hits a single thing. It is nice, though, that it always hits the front things. That can be a big issue with wave clearing, with things like Ice Storm and Ice Tornado during Divinity, because there's always the RNG possibility that they just, all hits of it hit Divinity, which is infuriating. I mean, there's a very strong chance that we're just going to die by the time we hit Divinity. And yeah, technically, Ice Empire could work on Divinity. The one thing that would make spell weakness like way more viable against Divinity is if the spell weakness was shared across floors, but it's not. So like we can stack a bunch of spell weakness on Divinity, but like it's hard to get any targeted damage onto Divinity in a way that matters. But if instead we could be like stacking, like applying it mid-floor and like clearing the waves there, and then actually use something like Ice Empire top floor to hit Divinity, that would be cool, but you can't do that. That's not how it works. It would also be nice if there was one turn in between Relentless and when Divinity actually hits top, or the Pyre Room. So then we could stack a bunch during Relentless and then hit him with the Ice Empire and kill him. But again, that doesn't work. That said, I think we still might take the Ice Empire. Harness the Titan's also kind of cute. And by kind of cute, I mean it's a bad card, as was discussed last night. But it sort of is useful for what we're doing. It doesn't really solve our great problems, though. kind of want to go here for the removals. Getting more incant armor would be great. Healing's not unwelcome. The gold is not unwelcome. But I think just going here is still probably the way to go. It's actually not bad for us, kind of. Do I want Ice and Fire? Kind of. And by that I mean, do I want to be giving the magic power to that? It is really nice on the Ice Storm. And we're definitely taking, it's just a matter of what we're doing it on, and if we're taking this, which I don't think we are. We could potentially do it on the Ice Empire and then minus cost it, but I don't know. I mean, I can't afford any of these, so I don't know why I'm bothering to look. I guess we'll do it on the Ice Empire. And then we'll just cry. Deep buckets of tears. Alright, maybe I shouldn't be spending all of my gold, but I don't think we're going to beat Divinity. No matter what we do. I'm pretty confident that to beat Divinity, we actually have to take some sort of unit. You know, something that would actually, like, let us survive and have some sort of scaling damage. Or if we were allowed to take one stack of Chill Wind, or more. But just some way that we could get some ramping damage on Divinity. Because, like, as is, I am going to be able to... stack a bunch of days on Divinity. And so I'll be able to stall out for a long while if I want. It just doesn't necessarily matter. Also meant to play that there, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll play that there just so that we can do things. And then, unfortunately, that doesn't matter. And we'll do it for the sake of doing it. Are we? Because we could also do the tiresome climb on him. I mean, I guess we'll do the tiresome climb on you. Also, I wish this one didn't cost 3 naturally, but it does. I guess we don't really want the tiresome climb since we set up bottom floor for this. So it's not actually helpful for us. Well, never mind then. Not gonna keep holding on to it. I was thinking that I wanted it for the boss, but I realize I definitely don't. Okay. Well, we're definitely not playing that Inferno here. That would be bad. We are getting like 200 damage just by attacking, which is something. And we definitely have a whole lot of spell weakness. Yeah, well, we're going to do this. And that. And then we'll just blow them up for 5,000 damage. I don't think we want the Unnamed Tome. The Drain doesn't really matter when we're going to be dazing. The Unnamed Tome is fine, but it doesn't really solve the problems that we need to solve. And we're not going to bother with another Tireless Climb. Or Tiresome Climb. It's sort of nice, but it doesn't... Again, doesn't really do what we need to do. I think we're going here. As much as I would like to build up more armor, I think just going here is better. Especially if we hit Lightstone Casing. Magic Power is actually vaguely nice. Magic Power and Consume. I guess I'll do that. Permafrost. Not terribly useful. I maybe should have done the magic power on the other thing, but that's fine. It's underwhelming, but I'm actually going to take that. Alright. What was the upgrade here? -2. I was kind of hoping for Lightstone Casing, because then we could do cool things with that, but... I mean, also, it would be really nice to get this on 0 cost, but if I could have gone Lightstone Casing, would have done the -2 on the Rail Spike, would have been great. A lot of other things that would have been acceptable as well, but that would have been, like, real nice. Also, I know I could have, like, permafrosted this, but I didn't want to do that. I don't super need to do this, but anything that helps me draw into my Tiresome Climb faster is real nice. Alright, let's see how bad you're going to be, Diligent. Alright, we take 1 damage from this, but we do heal from the refracting lenses every turn, so that's something. lot of damage, and I'm tempted to Tiresome Climb you. I was originally just going to Tiresome Climb the boss repeatedly. I guess we'll try that for the moment. But we lose so much of our armor doing that, and that's really concerning. I mean, we're alive for the moment. We don't totally need to do that. It does mean that we're not generating armor bottom floor, but so be it. We're also not dead yet, and we are generating a bit of daze to offset your stealth and your other horrible features. And that all is nice, isn't it? Isn't it? Well, that was an unhelpful thing, but fine. Okay. Alright, well that's nice that it finally hit the Tiresome Climb. That certainly is helpful. Oh, and I forgot that we have fucking split anvil. I've been ignoring it this whole time, and it was irritating. If I had remembered about that, it would have made a lot of these turns easier. But fucking forgot. So, that's cool. Anyways, whatever, fine. Let's at least get some more damage on you, I guess. Unfortunately, we're not able to stack any spell weakness on him ahead of time because he is stealthed like an asshole, as one does. Yep, not perfect, but this at least works with the split anvil. I guess we'll do that. We do take a little bit of damage from these, but whatever. Like, we've gained more health than we've lost because of refracting lenses, which is why we took refracting lenses way back in the before times. Okay. Don't really need that anymore. It will kill you, even though it's not terribly helpful. Do I even want to play that right now? I have very few cards left in my deck. Well, I guess you're going to die of the frostbite anyways. This saves us just a little bit of damage on the shark. I don't know that that's super helpful. But we are getting a bunch of spell weakness on you. Now we just need to make sure that you actually can die to it. I mean, this doesn't really matter. We're gonna do that now, and then we'll do this, and then we just blow him up for another 5,000 damage. Alright, so, like, we can get to Divinity. Like, that was not surprising. As soon as we got through other things, I was convinced we could get here. It's just, I don't think I have any way to beat Divinity. Like, unless we can just do it via raw damage output, which is maybe possible. I very much doubt it, given that we have 5,000 HP to chew through. But maybe possible. I didn't actually mean for this guy to stay alive, but here we are. Yeah, that wasn't particularly helpful. I wanted to play the Mollusk Mage on this floor, because we can't keep it alive on top floor unless we're doing the tiresome climb on top floor, but I didn't want to do that. I guess I should be doing those there. Your Mollusk Mage on floor 2 maybe, certain can't happen on the same floor as your spell. Yeah, that was my intention. I just messed it up by playing the Imp on the turn where I was, you know, not letting him die. Go, my Inferno! My beautiful little creature. Well, oh, you're not the one I was thinking. For some reason I was thinking that you were the Ember Drain one. You are not. Alright, we'll just keep fucking hitting him. I've only got a couple more turns, though. Alright, I don't mind having the Inferno to sweep those guys so then we can hit them with the Ice Empire. Although I did mess that up slightly because I meant to do this first. But, fine. At least my deck is thin, so I basically see the same stuff all the time. I mean, I want to play this, but I definitely want to hit the Inferno. So, we're going to do this instead. It's a shame this doesn't cost 1 less, because then it would get minus costed by the Split Anvil, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so we're sadly going to do that, and then we'll do that to kill all of those, and then that into... Yeah, this one deals more damage, because this one deals 100-some, and this one deals only 90-something. Alright. Oh, okay. No, don't give me your fucking Scourge cards, you piece of shit. Yeah, I didn't particularly want to get Scourged. Unfortunately, we're not quite there. And again, like, if we just had a time where we could actually play a spell... Like, we have so much spell weakness on him. But it doesn't matter, because then he's not quite dead. But yeah, there is the possibility that I can hit with the Inferno mid-floor or something on the final turn. It is possible. I was also thinking about setting up bottom floor, especially because if we can make that work, it would mean that we wouldn't get Scourged on that final turn. The only problem is we wouldn't be Infernoing things before they come out. Like, before they hit us. That said, a lot of the times we're using Inferno top floor anyways. We'll see how this works. Yeah, I could have done this better in a number of ways, but we'll see. Okay. Unfortunately, you die as is, but maybe we can change that. I didn't really want to have to do that, but maybe. Okay. When you have the spike and 3-cost Ice Tornado, you should play the Tornado, so maybe the spike will draw and reduce it at some point. Yeah, I thought about it, but I never executed upon that. But it's not a bad idea, because any bit of extra damage does really help us. But it's just that we'd only draw one from this if we play it now. And, like, maybe that works. Because there is the possibility that we draw the spike and not the ice tornado now. Unsurprisingly, that was not the case. But a man can dream nonetheless. And yes, I'm holding off on hitting him because I want to hit him with the Ice and Pyre. That's what I want. Oops, I meant to do the bottom floor, but so be it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing to do. Alright, well, that did hit that finally, which is nice. It does take a lot of damage, but I'm not really counting on the relentless damage all that much. Like, it's nice, but it's not the major feature of our life. You should also use Energy Siphon top floor on boss. Maybe. I was trying to stack as much as I could for one big hit at the end. Because, yes, I know Energy Siphon top floor, if we can hit him with the Ice and Pyre, is real good. And I was considering that as well, but we'll see what I'm able to do. Also, oftentimes, the energy, the spell weakness top floor is going to be eaten by the Inferno. Which is not the worst thing by any means, but it is oftentimes what's going to happen. Okay, so only one more floor. So that brings him down to kill range, then we can do that. I mean, maybe it does now. I didn't think to check. But we draw basically our entire deck every turn now anyways. So, let's find out. Oh, we don't actually have the Inferno this time, but that's fine. So that does 150, that does 150, and slightly more. Because this does, like, 170, and this only does 162 or something. So this is our stronger spell. Probably because the Mollusk Mage is buffing him. Yeah, there we go. We're totally fine. Don't mind me. As we hit him for, you know, some 6,000 damage or whatever. Higher than 6,000 because it was hitting for 1258 5 times. Anyways, we got there. We got there. We even had a respectable amount of HP left. Well, I'm glad we made that work because it was a shenanigans deck. It was really not easy early, but I'm glad we were able to see it through to the point where it stabilized. Getting, like, the Inferno in particular really helps. The Ice and Pyre, I'm also really glad I picked that up, because we did end up needing it to kill the mini-bosses, which is the main point of why I took it. Yawns and boredom, a foregone conclusion. But yeah, I'm glad it all came together, and we were able to do a properly spell weakness focused deck. Like, you can do those decks against Divinity. They're just harder to make work. Because you still need to have the wave clear to kill everything. But also need to be able to, you know, make use of the spell weakness. Split Anvil with the Rail Spike did a lot of work. Oh, absolutely. Also, the Rail Hammer, it was kind of silent, but it made our survivability way better, especially because I didn't have to focus on incanting on that floor all the time. So that was real nice. What am I doing? There we go. And there we are. Okay, and that was Tethys number 2. And thus, we're at 14 of 36. I think you should put an X and then smash the conduit section with a sledgehammer to make sure it never comes back. Hey, I like conduit. I meant handheld totem, not conduit. That makes more sense. Is it time for accumulator? I don't have a clock, I can't check. I mean, we already did accumulator. Wait, sorry, I mean Dark Calling. That makes more sense. I mean, Dark Calling's not that bad. It is shenanigans. It's not my favorite to play. But if that's what you want to see, we'll do it. Which does mean we're going to be playing either a Reform-heavy or Harvest-heavy deck. I would prefer... I mean, obviously, it could be both. I would prefer for it to be a Reform-heavy deck, because we already did a Harvest-heavy deck with Accumulator. How about Eggworm Guy? I will do that next, but somebody already asked for Dark Calling. So if you stick around to remind me after this run, then I will happily do Martial Lord after that. But we'll do Dark Calling Rector. And I think offhand we probably just want to pair that with Awoken. Well, okay, there's two options. I mean, there's a lot more than two options, but the two that appeal to me right now is either Awoken, because it just has some flat-out good units, like Animus of Will and like any of the sweep units are all good targets to be reformed repeatedly. Option number 2 is we go Wormkin Eggs, and we make one super egg that we keep reforming and hatching every turn. And I don't love doing that, but it is a good choice if we can line it up nicely. It's probably the more reliable one, because that we're a little more in control of when it dies. It just creates such a messy clusterfuck of a run. And, like, I know a lot of people love Reform Eggs, but I hate the shenanigans of, like, running out of capacity for all of the units and having different ones burning out at different times. It just feels like a mess. Anyways, I think that's what we're doing. I think that's the more thematic, more interesting option. So, Rector, Wormkin. I think we want the Echo Break, so the Fracture is sort of nice with egg hatching. But also doesn't really matter if I kill my own egg all that much. We'll take the Echo Breaks. So you're saying reforming eggs is like hurting cats? I mean, it does feel that way at times. And we need to remember, don't infuse the draft onto the egg. Don't do it. We may be speaking from personal experience, but don't do it. Actually, I can't remember how it works if we're actually reforming the egg. I know it doesn't work if we put Endless on the egg. We made that deck work, but it was really painful. It actually maybe works out just fine infusing the draft. I don't remember. I think it's fine as long as we're planning to reform it anyways. It's just, I have the horrible trauma memory of having done that and then immediately remembering that that's a bad idea. Anyways, we're not taking these because we need Dark Calling. That's fine. We'll break our streak. Howl Drippings is not bad to see. Shelter is always good. No, it's not fine when the unit hatches only has one burnout. Yeah, I couldn't remember if that was the case or not if you're actually reforming the egg. Either way, we still don't have Dark Calling. I do like Subsuming Blade. And Echo Transfer is good, although it's a lot better when it's infused. Especially if we're doing eggs. Carving Korska, fucking solid. We'll see how much we're actually able to use it, though. But, nonetheless. We're up against Diligent, which is whatever. It's a little awkward given that half of our starting deck is not spells. The drafts are good. Carving Korska is nuts. It's so good. I mean, obviously, like, it's a little limited because you're not necessarily always going to play extract cards, and you could have... And most extract cards are offered early in the run, and so you may have skipped on them and then see Carving Korska later and not be able to make use of it. That said, the extract cards are generally good enough on their own anyways, so it just takes good cards to make them even better. And gives them unique utility, since you can use them as an alternate energy source, which is really fun. I thought we started with Echo Infusion, not Transfer. I had to reroll that one because we didn't have Dark Calling as an option. Anyways. Yeah, Diligent might be a little awkward, but we'll see. There's a good chance we get enough units that this is fine. And I know a lot of people like to run Dark Calling on bottom floor because then he can more readily reform things. And I do like that, but we're not doing it. It's a pain in other ways. Well, we're gonna put you first because you're gonna die anyways. And then I guess we'll let that happen that way. And we'll power you up. And then we can't play out the drags with these guys because they get damage shields. If you're doing full Dark Calling, you just need him on 4. He is protected. Yeah, I mean, that's mostly what it comes down to. Alright, we'll just do that so you don't get damage shields. It doesn't really matter, but... I do Dark Calling bot when I mix it with Accumulator. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do Dark Calling bot. Also, yes, we will power up the Subsuming Blade. It's a shame we can't power up more than that, but I'll still take that. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can set up bot floor. Like, you know, there's plenty of ways to protect it, including that, you know, you've got stealth because you're in Remnant. Ta-da! Our super draft is all we need. Go, super draft. Okay. Crushing Demise is good. With uninfused transfers, eggs may not be the best idea. Yeah, I was considering that to be a possibility. We'll see, though. I mean, I might just do something else entirely. It wouldn't be bad, necessarily, to go other things, especially since I've got Crushing Demise and Subsuming Blade as options. And I'm pretty sure we are taking Crushing Demise. We don't really need Molded. Dripfall has a lot of nice utility. Crushing Demise is Crushing Demise, though. We definitely don't need the Bogfly. Bogfly is disappointing. Like, I want to like it. It's conceptually kind of a cool unit, and I really do like the idea of damage per charges, but... like, it's not an infusion you basically ever need to use. And oftentimes you're consuming the charges for other things, and even if you're at max charges, that's only plus 20 damage. And there's plenty of better ways to get that. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. And, like, yes, technically it is unlimited scaling because you can generate an unlimited number of charges. The chances that you do that most of the time, though, are low. Anyways, things to consider. Holdover on an Echo Transfer is not bad. We don't necessarily need the Echo Transfer since we do have attack scaling from Rector. Holdover on a Crushing Demise, also a really good option. Holdover on the Subsuming Blade, also really good. Its infusion can basically be bought in the store, so it's kind of meh. Yeah, and I also don't take that upgrade. Like, again, it's a conceptually cool upgrade that is just overshadowed pretty hard. If I were playing with more units total and we had less ability to just stack, you know, strong upgrades on the thing, and we just wanted more upgrades total, yeah, I'd be more willing to take it. But it's not terrible damage, it's just not amazing. Anyways, let's do a quick thought on what units are available. So, from the banner on the right, we see Bounty Stalker, which is good, a little awkward, and unlikely that we see it. It's great, though. Lady of the House, which I wouldn't particularly want. I might consider running, but it doesn't really work for me in the way that I want. Lady of the Reformed is overall kind of underwhelming for us. Paraffin Enforcer doesn't work well with what we're doing, because it needs... I mean, yes, you can make it work while reforming it. It's not where it shines, though. Paraffin Thug would be okay. It's not a unit I particularly love. Baron is fine. Tycoon's fine. Big Sludge is a little too large for us, and again, is best if we're not letting it die. And then there's Legion of Wax, which is a little awkward to use with Dark Calling, just because you're so... like, it'll eat up all of your space very quickly. So I'm not, like, too thrilled by the options there. Whereas with Wormkin, Bog Chrysalis, we can sort of make work. It's going to be a little awkward, but could make it work. Glareminder would be just fine. Glugsider is unplayable. Although, when we do Infector Spine Chief, I am kind of hoping that we'll be able to do a Glugsider run again. Just because I have fond memories of running that deck. But Kinhost is harder to play. It's sort of doable. Carver is a good but large unit. Bog Deep Cocoon is very difficult for us to play. Keeper is good. Expensive, but good. And not that difficult to get rolling. And there are ways we could do that. I wouldn't hate a Keeper. Kinhost Carapace is underwhelming for sure, and First of Kin is not really what we want right now. Though it is a good unit. It's got a great infusion. I do think people pass over First of Kin way more than they should. Also, I have come to really like the art on it. Something about it just really appeals to me. But in general, I kind of just really like the art of Wormkin. A lot more than I expected to. I'm not usually into, like, insects and all that, but they're pretty cool. Anyways, I think we're going Wormkin, and we'll see what we can make work, even though... yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay. Yeah, we'll take the Keeper. I should have looked at the shop first. I always forget. Do we want Quick? Maybe. If we take that, it brings us down to 210. We could re-roll down to 150, and we'd still have a chance at multi-strike as well. Quick is probably fine. Endless I don't want. Alright, let's just commit to this. And then what do I want with the spell chain? There are some good options. Spell chain Crushing Demise is great as long as you can minus cost it, and is sort of nice with Dark Calling. Because if I'm running like 2 major units, I can use the Crushing Demise to kill both of them on turn, if I want. On the other hand, I could also look for like Holdover, and then like dupe it, but I don't know that we're gonna do that. Could also do it on the Echo Transfer, but without it being infused, the chances that we're actually able to play out multiple of them in the same turn is sort of unlikely. We're not doing it on the Subsuming Blade because it gets way too expensive too quickly. It's cool though. I love Subsuming Blade. I think we're willing to do it here. It's a little greedy, but so be it. And I think we're willing to remove a Steward. I do need to thin my deck because I don't really need this, but we've already got Quick and Multi-Strike on a dude, and I want the extra gold if nothing else. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Right. Well, we'll get Ember Drain, but that's fine. Fortunately, it's going to take a turn for you to come back again. And I could have avoided the Ember Drain if I had done that differently. And, you know, should have. But here we are. Mistakes were a little bit made. Right. Yeah, that's fine. And you're burning out this turn, which I don't tons love. I guess we'll let you die so you can get reformed immediately, so we at least have something here. And it should still be fine, because we've only got 2 units here, so we are guaranteed to bring those 2 back. And so we may as well just get a little bit more damage in, because he brings them back, and then combat happens here, so everything that dies here doesn't affect what happens top floor. And then you come out, and then we just blow things up. And we don't play the Crushing Demise, because that would be bad. And it's all going grand, because Keeper is generally pretty decent. Echo Transfers, supplementing its power, yada yada yada. These are cute. Do I want the Molten Encasement? The problem is keeping Rector alive during, like, Divinity. Unless I want to play out the Keepers on the same floor, which maybe I do. I wasn't thinking I was going to, and we need to take 1 more capacity, because I'll tell you right now, I'm planning to dupe the Keeper. It's a bit awkward, and there is the possibility that we just see Engulfed in Smoke later on. The Purifying Cleanse is not the worst option. It gives us the ability to manipulate burnout better. But hopefully I don't have to worry about that. Though I can imagine many situations in which that does end up fucking us. The thing is, I only really need the Molten Encasement, like, during Divinity. How much HP does Dark Calling even get? 50? Not a ton. Look how greedy that Keeper is hugging that Echo Shard, like he's saying, mine! I do kind of want the Molten Encasement, it's just that it really messes with my plans, and unless we get Endless on it, and even then, that's not ideal. I'm still gonna take it. I'm not happy about that, but we'll take it. Oh, and there's the Echo Infusion. I also do really want the Bounding Echoes, though. Because with the Bounding Echoes, we can make the Echo transfers infused, but that's a little more shenanigans, and I think we're maybe just better off doing this. You know what? We'll just do that. We're skipping these. We don't need them. We're just taking the gold. Doesn't matter what they're offering. I'd rather take the long-term benefit. We're skipping on this. We don't need whatever unit this is. And there's Holdover, which I don't hate. Especially if we see Spell Chain here, which we do. There's a lot of good options, but we're going to do this. And then we're going to minus cost this, although with Holdover Spell Chain on this, energy is a little less of a concern. Because it does actively generate us energy now. Also, I should have looked at this earlier, but I tend to get carried away. We're definitely not taking that. I'll be honest, I am tempted to start fusing things away just for removals. I'm not going to, but I'm tempted. Alright, and then we're going to go to the left there, hoping for multi-strike on the Keeper next turn. Because then we could dupe him comfortably. Oh, God, my ear is driving me nuts. Okay, so we do that. He's going to burn out. That's totally fine. And this way we get to build up some extra power on Rector and our other unit. And then we just don't play any of these out. Because that's how we roll. I mean, I guess we'll just kill you there. I was really hoping it was going to hit him. Unfortunately, it didn't. That's fine. I usually roll by laying down at the top of the hill. Well, that's where you and I differ. My good buddy, good pal. I was thinking about doing this on Rector, but we don't really need it. Let me kill that. And then you can get through the damage shields. And then we just keep making you stronger and stronger and stronger. Although ideally... yeah, this will work just fine. So this way, he's burning out, so we can reform him now, so we can play him mid-floor now. Obviously, he'll take all the damage, because these guys are stealth. Doesn't matter, he can take it. I just didn't want... In case we weren't killing on this floor, I wanted some option for there not to be enemies up here killing Rector. Although, it doesn't really matter, he wouldn't have been able to do much damage to the boss anyways. He would have had the Molten Encasement to keep him company, which would have bought him a little bit of extra time, but not a ton. Either way, doesn't matter. The Keeper, strong enough. Unearthed Remains is real cute. Doesn't tons help us right now. Wormkin Etchings is quite good, but again, it's not really important. It's sort of nice for Diligent, but I also suspect we'll be okay even without that. Maybe? Maybe I want it just as an option? I'm going to take it just as an option. And I almost accidentally clicked on Formless Child, but that's fine. We're taking draw for now. I may take capacity later. But for now, it's draw. And there's the multi-strike we wanted. It's all looking grand. Since we now get big, beefy bonuses for just doing what we're already going to do. I do want to dupe. There's also the annoying possibility that once I make a second one, we'll draw both on turn 1 and not be able to play them, which is always the annoyance of having 2-cost units when we're not taking Ember. Although, on the other hand, we do have the possibility of generating extra Ember with the extract cards. It's possible. It's a little awkward, but it's possible. Anyways, let's get rid of some units. Because unlike most decks, I can't just play those out and like let them get, you know, cycled out of our deck. Because then they'll just get into the reform pool, which we don't want. Do I risk this? I feel like I probably shouldn't. We're probably okay. The only thing that makes me really concerned is that we're up against the haste dudes, and so they don't give us a lot of time to set up, and that it does make it possible that things go wrong very quickly. On the other hand, he, on turn 2, is going to get reformed once. And so he's going to be hitting for 15 times 3, which honestly, not that impressive. Oh, actually, it's an extra 10, so he gets the 5 from reforming as well. So he's hitting for 20 times 3, which is 60. Plus, we might be able to power him up more. It's not enough. We're not going to risk that. It might be fine, and honestly, we could probably handle it, but maybe we're just not going to worry about it. Yep, that's the biggest problem with reform decks. You're usually stuck with units cycling through your draws over and over. Yep, that is an issue. Alright, let's do that. Oh, no. No. Actually, I'm sorry. We're going to do this slightly differently. Good thing you passed on trial with haste units. I mean, I think this is not the bad start that I was envisioning. And so I think we could have taken the trial. But, yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to be able to use this Subsuming Blade because I like stacking it up. Also, now these guys are killing that, which is nice. I hate that this isn't infused. It's so annoying. I'll play this now just so I can generate the charge. And I can just do this. We're gonna kill you just because there is a strong possibility that we don't actually reform or keeper this turn. Yeah. So I wanted to buy myself a little bit of time before that mattered. Okay, but now we get the keeper for sure. Do I want to set you up top floor, though? I worry about doing that. I'm just gonna do this. Because I worry that the keeper would have burned out at the wrong time if I didn't do that. Also, he is actually sort of nicer fighting bottom floor like this against this boss in particular. Yeah, this is concerning. I guess we'll do that. It's an extra 100 damage, which is most of the difference that we need. Well, we'll see what we can get. It's just that we have a lot of things in the reform pool, so I didn't kill this guy. I wasn't even honestly trying, and I should have maybe done that, but that's fine. May as well do that anyways. And you... I guess there's no reason not to do this. Because we get a bit of damage onto you. Also, we got the keeper back. That's all I needed. If we hadn't gotten the keeper back, things may have looked what we in the biz call significantly worse, but we did get him back, and we even get to power up our subsuming blade a little bit more. Although I should have made sure first that we had enough capacity for that. I was pretty confident we did. Anyways, it's fine. We took a little bit of damage. Ultimately, though, our keeper keeps. We are not taking another. We don't need, and yada yada yada. Here we go. It's nice. It's not necessary anymore, though. If it were infused, I might take it, partly because we have the Carbon Corsica. But that's not our biggest concern. So when can we otherwise dupe? Not until there. Okay. I don't love this, but we're going to dupe now. Even though I would like to do some removals. Spell Chain. Magic Power and Piercing we don't really care about. Spell Chain we will take on the Echo Transfer, though it is somewhat greedy. And we're going to dupe the Keeper. And then we gotta really aggressively thin our deck. At least we have tons of units to absorb Crystal Cloak, if we need to. I wasn't going to do this, but I will do that just so we can get another charge on you. And then you're going to go there, and you'll go there, so you can get reformed this turn. I suppose I could have done that on you, which actually probably was the better play, but hey. And it would be nice to have played the draft there and let it be stacking up, but we're not going to do that for reasons. Okay, I guess we'll play you there. And then we'll do that, and then we'll make some choices. Also, if I had thought about it, I would have just shot the small dude first, because then I could have used the Crushing Demise down here, which would have been better, but it's fine. Well, one of our keepers is getting much stronger than the other, but that's fine. I don't think I want to play you out. Maybe I do. I don't think we do. Because more bodies doesn't necessarily help us all that much right now because of the burnout. Okay, this is somewhat awkward. Okay, we're gonna do this so we can get you guys back next turn. Because we're gonna have a keeper fiasco. Because we don't get the keepers back next turn, and we can't put both keepers top floor. So let's put things where we can put them. And we'll just burn off as much stealth as we can. And then we get back our keepers. Oh, shit. Right. Well, this is a problem. Yeah, it's not enough. The problem is that we have exactly enough burnout that we go through the stacks of stealth, and that's it. If we had just one more stack of burnout, we would be fine. Or one last stack of stealth. That's it. I'm sure I can make that work. I just need to reorient things. But it's definitely doable. I just need to play it a little differently. Yeah, I'm certain I can do that. There's a number of avenues available to me. Okay, we'll just do it like this. And yeah, that's fine. We'll do that there. Okay, and you're dying and killing all those. Perfect. And then let's go on a murder spree. And let's get you back as well. Because now we've only got 2 things in the reform pool, and we're for sure going to get them back. Okay. Well, we're getting a little greedy here, but... didn't work out quite the way that I had hoped, but... I mean, this is fine enough, because then we're for sure going to get back the things we care about. You are a bit of a problem, but that is a problem for next turn. Your confused look was payoff for that bad joke. Oof, whatever makes you happy, my friend. Alright, you are not ideal. Okay, so we're for sure going to get that back this turn. And you've Burnout 2. Which I guess doesn't really change things. Fine. Yeah, had I left a space open here, that might have been useful, but I didn't think about it at the time. Either way, fine, whatever. Let's get a little bit of damage here. So there's a possibility we don't get a keeper back this turn. Should I have done it that way? Probably not, but it's what I did. I just wanted to guarantee that I was going to get a keeper back. How much stealth do you have? You have 4 still? Ugh. I mean, I want to power up my Subsuming Blade, and I know that's probably the wrong decision. Well, we're gonna do it because I'm a greedy person. Anyways, there we go. I knew it was possible, which is why I started powering up Rector. Anyways, you just gotta burn off his goddamn stealth. Would have been easier if I didn't already have 105 shards. Turns out a whole lot of extra stealth makes your life being a little more awkward. Especially because we have no burnout extension other than... that would be kind of cute, but we're not doing it. I don't even really need the one that I have. Revenge of the Damned is nice, but not important. Anyways, I'm definitely losing my mind a little bit. I think we just wanted to go here for the removals, though there are some nice Merchant of Magic opportunities. Nonetheless, I think we're going here. And then eventually we're going to go there for the dupe. But we'd like to get rid of some of our mini units. Because we just don't really need nor want them. Do I want that draft, though? I guess we'll leave the draft. Interesting. I guess we'll take the mold braces. It doesn't do a ton for us, but... Okay, that's good enough for now. Just trying to get our deck thinner and deal with things. Unfortunately, this is one where I would have appreciated the Incant Shard, but we'll make it work. Okay, that's fine. Your days... Oh, the days actually does matter, but it doesn't really matter. Oops, I do actually want to do that on you. It wouldn't change my decision, really. Because I still want Rector on top floor regardless, even if this is a bit of a pain. It just means that he doesn't reform him this turn, which is a pain, but it is what it is. And without Crystal Cloak, this should at least be a lot easier. Because for the most part, we'll be able to just have our major units on the same floor together. I did want that to be bottom floor, but here we are. I suppose I could still make that work, but here we are. I maybe should be playing out the Molten Casement, especially because it wouldn't burn out, so I could use it to just hang out and not be floating around my deck. We're gonna kill you. We're gonna do that. So we can reform both of them this turn. Although again, I didn't really want them on this floor. And that might end up causing issues once we hit Relentless. Just gonna hope that it doesn't. Okay, this works out pretty nicely. I was hoping we'd get the Crushing Demise right here, because then we can just kill both of these guys and we'll reform him next turn, although I forgot to use the Echo Transfer. Whatever, mistakes were made. There we go. I don't like how tight our burnout is, but we'll see. Like, if I were offered a Hallowed Drippings, I happily would have taken it earlier, but we weren't. If we were offered Combustible Wax, that would be a little more awkward, though. Because I do want them to burn out and reform early. I just don't want them to run out later. Well, there's the Wickless Recruitment. Okay, I'm willing to take that as a safety measure. And then, do we want the capacity? The answer is probably yes, because it is actually pretty nice for us. It's not like my favorite choice, but it is useful. And no, we absolutely do not need your healing, given that we're only down 12 HP. Like, we're fine. And then I think we're going here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Do I care? Maybe I don't. Trader's Quill is really only useful for us against Diligent. So I'm not going to worry about that. Do I care about the faulty loader, though? Fine. I'm willing to take it. I don't think it's super necessary. We probably could have gotten away with just taking the gold. Intrinsic, magic power. Don't really need... Oh, and I guess we technically do have one... we have one consume card in the Wormkin Etchings. We're gonna hold over that. The Subsuming Blade is cute. Doesn't really matter, though. So we are gonna minus cost that since we have the opportunity. And I would like Permafrost on you. Even though that does bankrupt us. Fine. So be it. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the one thing we really didn't want. We drew both of them on the first turn, and we didn't draw anything that's infused. Or, extract. I had considered putting Intrinsic on one of them for this reason. The problem is that, like, if we'd drawn that as the Echo Transfer instead, we still wouldn't be able to play it because we wouldn't be generating enough charges. Which is why I skipped that idea. Well, it's going to be unfortunate. We're just going to have to try to make it work, I guess. Oops, I 100% did that in the wrong order. Also, I thought about doing the Subsuming Blade here to kill him, but I didn't want to do that. Because I wanted this guy dead so we could reform him, because this looks bad enough as is. Okay, but now we're able to manage that. Well, that's probably good enough. And at least we stack up power very quickly now. Sadly, we can't kill these Scourge generators, but so be it. Alright, and luckily, thanks to the Carving Coruscant, we don't have to worry about the Scourge cards. We'll just let both our big, beefy worm boys burn out at the same time. Yeah, we should be fine, because I can remove the burnout on one of them before it dies. So it shouldn't be too bad. Let's get rid of you, so I don't have to deal with Scourge cards. And I guess we'll just do that now. It also gets rid of... Oh, that gets rid of it on all units. For some reason, I keep thinking that that one... Oh, no, it is just from one unit. Yeah, it just looks like it was affecting things. Yeah, never mind. I was right. I was pretty sure that that was only one unit. Whereas, whatever the other one's called that I'm blanking on that Rip always talks about. Resin removal. Resin removal, I know, affects the entire floor. Either way. This is a little awkward because we drew them both on turn one and it took us a while to get them both back up. But it's working. maybe should have put him in front. Just so the boss would be hitting him first. Since he may die. But it also doesn't matter. Also, we ended up drawing the Wickless recruitment anyways. And also, we're just killing the boss as is because he's a chump. And we don't care. Look at us go. Look at our big, beefy worm boys. Alright, I am pleased with the Wickless recruitment. Makes our life a little less awkward. Howled Halls, also really cool, but we're not using it right now. You should have just buffed the boss just to mess with him. I could have. I kind of want the Mortal Entrapment. Another Crushing Demise is not unwelcome, though. The problem with Mortal Entrapment is just it's so expensive. But I'm going to take it. I don't think we super need it, because I do have defense in the form of the Echo Infusion. But still, here we are. And there's Flicker's Liquor. Sketches is also very cute. But there's no way I'm getting my units low enough for that to matter. Am I? I mean, I could get it down so we've only got 4 units. But I would ideally like it to be down, so we've only got the 2 keepers. And that I don't think we can do. Because I could pay for, like, 2 removals, so I could get rid of, like, the 2 drags. Or the draft and the drag, I suppose. Well, draft and the multi-encasement would mean that we'd have these guys dying turn 1 from the burnout. These guys dying turn 2 from the burnout. Which would actually work out pretty decently. I'm actually willing to do that. Flicker's Liquor is also cool, but we're going to take sketches. So I don't have to worry about things and stuff. This is also fairly nice for us. The Blights and Scourges costing 0. Also good. But hey. I think we're just going to stick to the plan. Even though it costs, like, everything I've got. There's that. There's that. We're going to minus cost this so it's actually playable for us. Honestly, I could dupe a keeper now. I'm not going to. I'm going to either one of these. I think the Echo Infusion is more likely the case. Because I'm worried that I won't be able to play this every turn. If I make another one of them. Yeah, we'll just do the Echo Infusion for safety. It would have been nice to get rid of the Scourges. And by that I mean to take whatever that thing is that I'm blanking on its name. Oh, I suppose during Divinity this could get messed up a little bit. It's not that bad. We'll figure it out. Also, we are going to get Ember Drained. Again, not a big deal. Okay. Sadly, we can't do these. I'm not going to use the Wormkin Etchings yet. We took it as a bit of a buffer, so we're going to let it do its thing. Yeah. I don't really care about buffing these guys up. I just want the extra Ember. Alright, well, I don't mind not getting the Scourge card. We still need to actually kill these guys, but we're working on it. Wasn't totally perfect to my desires, but it worked well enough. Okay. And then I guess we'll just leave things as is. Okay, we have the 2 Dregs back. I'm not going to worry about them. This is a bit annoying, but fine. We'll let the Subsuming Blade die, because as much as it's a card I love, we're not actually using it in this deck to any meaningful capacity. And I could stop them from burning out. I don't want to. I want to reform them. Realistically, I should have them behind Rector, or at least one of them behind Rector, so they generate armor from the mold braces. Although I suppose we want them in front to absorb the Wilt Wings when they're Wilt Wings, but a lot of the waves don't have Wilt Wings. Anyways. Yeah, unfortunately, no matter what we do, one of these is getting consumed, unless we want to do the Wickless recruitment, but... Oh, maybe we did want to do the Wickless recruitment. I didn't really consider the timing of the burnout. I think it still works out. Yes, build up those delicious stats. Unfortunately, the Mortal Entrapment isn't getting played, which doesn't surprise me, but still a little sad. Alright. Yeah, hi, Cat. I know. It's hard being you. So we'll do this. Doesn't super matter, but we'll do it anyways. So, should I just do this now on one of them? Like, I'll reform them both. No, we got time. We got time. Plus, it gives me easy fodder for a thing to consume. Okay, no Scourge cards. I love it. I love it. Need to Echo Break the boss. I don't have to. It would be nice to make it so I can daze him, but it's not that big a deal if I can't. We should be fine as is with her big, meaty keeper wall. I mean, I'm going to just because we don't need to do it all top floor. I still want to do a top floor because it generates stats, but realistically, it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, one of our dudes is burning out. We expected this was going to be the case, but again, in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty heavily minor. Oh look, he's not burning out anymore. Who would have guessed? Okay. I mean, we're at full health. We don't need to take her shards. We could do it. I think we'd be fine, but we're not going to. I'm not totally sure that we really needed sketches, but it's kind of cute. For the shards! And we got the mortal entrapment in a reasonable time frame, which is nice. Okay, we're gonna do that, and we're just gonna daze you for a couple turns so that we don't have to worry about keeping Rector safe. Could have used the Wickless recruitment to avoid the Ember Drain top floor. I don't think it matters. Yeah, we don't want to do this here because we don't want those guys to go into their form pool while we're still waiting to reform the Keepers. So we're going to kill those. Also, they're probably the better thing to kill anyways. We're just going to kill these while we have the opportunity because why not? We didn't need the charges elsewhere for the most part, and this way they block less of our Keeper hits against the boss. Not that that's a huge concern, but it's still nice. The only problem with playing them up here is I can't Crushing Demise them to make it easy to reform them without risking Rector. But in the grand scheme of things, not a big fucking concern. Okay, I just wanted to get rid of that. Alright. I could have played out the Dregs, but I didn't really want to. But I could have played them and kept them from going through our deck again. It wouldn't have been the worst play, but it's not what I did. Okay. And then we'll just conveniently Crushing Demise that. I guess we'll do it here because we don't really need it on the middle floor to kill that single guy. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about the Wickless recruitment yet. Go forth and murder! Poor Subsuming Blade. We never gave you any meaningful focus. Still cute, though. It is a card that I love. And we got it to do some amount of damage. Okay. We'll let you guys burn out one more time before using the Wickless recruitment. Looks like days on the boss is worn off, but I'm not too worried about that now, given that Rector is also sitting at like 200 HP. Just from the Keepers buffing him up constantly. God, having two Keepers is always so nice. Especially when we generate multiple charges on a single spell. Like we do with the Echo Infusions. Yeah, it doesn't quite kill him. We are going to do that because we can. And then I guess we'll just kill him. Doesn't really matter, but... Well, unfortunately we can't do the Crushing Demise here. Or we can, but I'm not going to risk it. Well, I was hoping we'd hit the Scourge guys. Got one of them. It's not like we really need to kill these guys. We're not particularly concerned. We don't even burn out on the guy who's only got 2 stacks. We're just too bold and beautiful for these enemies to match. Go forth, my drag. Yep. I like it. Yeah, I know. Well, that was a fun run. I'm glad we got to put Korska to good use, and it was fun doing the keepers and all that. Although we did have to play around the burnout in some awkward ways. But overall, it worked out very nicely. We had a very nice selection of things. And I like that Dark Calling was, again, very much the center of the deck, since he was our only source of burnout, our only source of reform. And he was a good chunk of our damage scaling for a long time until we had the holdover Echo transfer. Okay, so that was Dark Calling Rector. Okay, that's in the center enough that... Nope, I'm going to move it slightly. I know I'm never going to be happy with where it's at. I'm just not going to look at it too hard. Alright, up to 15 complete. We're almost halfway. Still got a little ways to go. But we're almost there. Alright, assuming he's still here, Major Laser had asked for Martial Lord Echo, right? So, I think that's what we're playing next. I do need to get more water before we begin, because I am totally out, and I'm thirsty, and I dehydrate quickly. So, gonna not let that happen. So, unless anyone else has objections, we're doing Martial Lord Echo right next. Which should be fun. I always like Martial Lord. But, anyways, we'll be back in a moment. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so we're doing Martial Lord. Give him the eggs! Speaking of, that reminds me, apparently the last spell announced that they're doing a bunch of DLCs. sometime next year that are all like themed. And I'm curious what their themes are going to be. Either way, I'm excited. I really like the last spell. It's a good game. And I would happily enjoy more cool content for that. And I'm so curious what the themes are going to be. Like, is it just more maps? Is it going to be like different game modes? They sort of talked at some point about maybe doing like a dungeon sort of mode rather than a base defense where you have to like descend multiple floors of a dungeon. And that sounds like that could be cool. Very different game, but I'd be curious to see them do it. Anyways, back on track. We're doing Martial Lord. What are we pairing Martial Lord with? Awoken's always a good option. It's got some buff spells, and more to the point, it's got some good infusions for an egg. Ideally, with Martial Lord, we pick up a Bogfly Chrysalis or one of the other eggs, and then we give it a good infusion, and we just go to town. So Awoken is a good option. Stygian's fine. It's not that impressive. Just because the like Siren infusions are a lot better. The Siren abilities are better than their infusions. But they're still workable. That said, there's plenty of good infusions in Wurmkin itself. Ideally like Shard Soul Carver or what am I trying to say? Keeper of Echoes is fine. First of Kin is the other one that I was trying to say. All of those are good. We could go Remnant and then try to do Endless Eggs. I don't really want to do that, but it is an option if we want to do something a little different with Martial Lord. You could also even go Hellhorn and hope that we hit Ashes of the Fallen for the double summon trigger, because that's pretty cute, making an additional Bogworm. Which, I'll be honest, I kind of want to try, but the chances that we hit that are so low. And the rest of it isn't as good. Yeah, I'm really analysis paralysis-ing here. I don't really want to do Endless Eggs. I know we probably should to show off Martial Lord, but we're just gonna take Awoken. We're not gonna do that to ourselves. I know a lot of people really like it, and some people think, in fact, it's the only way to play a Martial Lord successfully, which is absolutely not true. Yep, we'll just do Awoken. Not gonna think about it too hard. Glimmer is an okay start. Bounding Echoes is fine. Broken Memories is good. Do we have Martial Lord? Yes, we do. Iron Drop Cage is a lot less exciting in this clan combo. We'll take Encased Divinity. That's not bad. I'll take Notice Stone. Advanced Prototype would be kind of nice. Like, it's just always a good starter thing. But Advanced, or Notice Stone, is kind of cute with how many consume cards we're probably going to be using. And we start with the Echo Breaks, and I think we have the Glimmers as well. Honestly, we'll do that. It doesn't really matter that we're doing damage to our dude, because he's going to heal to full when he hatches in a moment. Which is to say, basically now. Yeah, I may as well do that now. And I guess we'll do that, although there is the concern that we're not going to be able to kill this guy in time. All we need is one Echo Break. Or the Glimmer. Well, sort of. We'll do that. This is now more powerful and can kill. And we'll kill one of those. I should have played out the Train Steward, probably. But yeah, this is sort of what I was concerned about. But that's okay. Overall, we should be fine. Because since these guys get extra damage per charge, we just hit exactly the breakpoint to kill them all. And then we can heal ourselves. And we may as well hurt and murder. And then we'll just buff up a little bit. And we're fine. We got an army of big, beefy bogflies. Echo Transfer is less good for us here, but we're still going to take it. Same with the Razor Sharp. Do I want the Razor Sharp? Probably. I'll still take it. We definitely want the Wormkin Banner. I will take a First of Kin. Do I want that, or do I want the Shard Soul Carver? Good question. I once again should have looked at. Actually, it doesn't matter with the Merchant of Steel. We're not enhancing these units either way. These are both good in just very different ways. We're probably going to be doing a lot of etching just because we've already got the Broken Memories. That's already a thing that Wormkin's good at. It's also helpful for hatching things. It just does help us in a number of ways. And also, once we hit Martial Lord 3, the Bogworm is very good with an edge deck because it gets both attack and defense from that. And so if we take the First of Kin, that is very nice. Shard Soul Carver is also solid, though. I think we're taking the First of Kin, especially because we don't know what unit we're fusing that onto yet. Sinner Salve is nice. I'll take the Pyre Stone Housing, and we're just going to have to hope that we hit things I care about. I'll be honest, I would be most pleased if we hit a Bog Deep Cocoon. Unlikely, though, that may be. That would be the ideal dream. I hate that you give haste. But we might be able to make this work. Well, we are taking some damage. I'm going to kill this, though, because I'm not living a life where we don't kill that. Also, I'm going to greedily not hatch that. We do still kill most of these things. We are taking a bunch of damage because we didn't knock off the damage shield. So we take 10 damage because it gets hit twice. Let's do the Root Seeds first, because then when we hatch it, then they both get the extra damage from that. Well, unfortunately, our First of Kin is still taking a lot of damage, but we should still be in good shape to kill the boss. I'm just going to kill that so we've got more time. I'll just heal our dudes a little bit more. And I guess shoot the frontliner. Okay. Ta-da! I mean, we're already winning it, but now we have a bigger, more beautiful worm of death. Okay. We don't need another Bounding Echoes. The Echo Infusion is nice, but again, it's kind of counter to our egg plan. It's not the worst, especially because we already have Encased Divinity, so we can always, we'll always be able to extract with it. And it is sort of defense. But I think we're just gonna take the hosting kin. I don't really love Restoration Detonation, but it is okay. I'm gonna skip it. We've already got the Glimmers, and whatever. And there's a Glug Cider. And we're not taking the Glug Cider. I'm willing to take the Canhost Vessel for now. It's not the ideal unit. Do I want to go here? Or do I want to go for the Merchant of Magic? Let's do Merchant of Magic. I mean, that's okay for the Glimmer. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's not bad. Ooh. Interesting. I mean, we could take Hef for the infusion, which isn't bad. Which is probably what we do. Although then it means we're not using the First of Kin infusion. And Wingmaker's good, especially when we're giving it magic power with a Notice Stone, and when we are at a temple where we can dump just a ton of magic power into it if we wanted. I mean, that is realistically what I should do. I mean, I could maybe even make a deck where we make a bunch of extra capacity with it, and then play out more eggs. Whatever, I'll take it. We'll figure out what we're doing after we see the final units offered. And what is on offer? If there's holdover, we put it on Wingmaker. If not, we don't worry about it. Kind of just want to do that on the root seeds, but I don't think that was necessary. Yeah, no holdover. That's fine. Okay. I don't think we really need to be keeping the root seeds, but for the time being, that's fine. We'll do this. I was going to do just the plus 10 piercing and then a holdover if we saw it, but I'll take that as that's what's offered. Alright, do I care about playing the Kin Host? If I had one more energy, I would do this and then play them all on the same floor, but... Alright, here's the deal. I do want to play this while I've got the opportunity, and so we'll then just play you out and you out, and we'll unfortunately do the First of Kin cycling. Okay. Now let's get some trained stewards out. Okay. Alright, yes. It does hurt our Bogfly quite a lot. Oh well, we'll live even if that dies. I wanted to get my dude powered up as I could. Oh, rip. Unfortunately, you don't have a lot of life, but you always have enough life for the moment. And then I guess let's get rid of one of you, because we're already killing these guys. Fortunately, our Bog Fly is gonna die, probably. Maybe not. Not quite yet. He's taking a lot of damage, but he's not dead. The Glimmers are doing enough work to keep him safe. And we get to play out Wingmaker second time, which is nice. I was assuming that since we drew it so early, we'd get to do it a second time, but I wasn't totally certain. For Hef, we need to play it 4 times, I think. So still a ways to go, but a good start if that's what we want to do. I didn't look at the temples to see when the fusion opportunities are. Eternal Kinstone is cute. It's not totally necessary to what we're running, though. I'll just skip it. So there's one more Wormkin banner. Okay. We're gonna skip on these. And we're just gonna take draw. Okay. Temples are a little awkward, but not too bad. And now what's on offer? Before we do that, we could go Endless. Alright. Not things we need, because we already got one of each. We're definitely going Martial Lord 2. And I was hoping for Spell Chain, but have not gotten it yet. Okay. Oh, and I forgot that we have 3 upgrade slots. So, do I want to do the Kin Host? More specifically, do I want to fuse First of Kin into it? And do I want to do Endless? Because we've got a number of different options to play around with here. Option 1 is we fuse in the First of Kin. It's great if we're doing edge-based strategies. We do already have the Broken Memories. We already have a couple consume cards, and all that's good. It gives a lot of power. And option 2 is we wait till Hef shows up, and then we can make a Kin Host vessel that has natural multi-strike, and would have trample, and would have higher base stats. Which is not bad. Not bad by any means. It would mean that we'd have to purge the First of Kin in a different way, but that's not the end of the world. The other option to consider is whether we're doing the Endless. We've got 3 upgrade slots, so it's less of a burden to put Endless on it than normal. And we've got Wingmaker, so we can potentially make extra capacity. Okay, I think I'm willing to try it. It's going to be a bit shenanigans. I need to get my deck a lot thinner, and we are going to do the First of Kin infusion, because if we're making a ton of Beetle Boys, then First of Kin is the better thing to do. We'll see how that works out, though. And do I want the plus 25? I don't have good defense is part of the issue here. How you doing, my friend? We were offered Capricious Reflection first thing tonight. I didn't take it. I did also lose that run, but, you know. It was a very short run. But we made up for it with some decent Tethys shenanigans afterwards. Part of the issue is I don't know what we're going to re-roll into. Also, I suppose I should look ahead and plan out where we're going. Merchant of Magic is maybe... We probably just Hellvent the Wingmaker. And so we probably are going left here. Maybe we go to Merchant of Steel there. If we wanted... Removals might be nice, but... Maybe. Also, the more Merchant of Magic we go to, the more we could just be trying to put... plus 20 consume on the Echo Breaks, which is not unwelcome. It's a lot less necessary if we happen to hit Spell Chain on the Broken Memories. Although it'd be much better if we had a spell we actually wanted to bring back all the time. That said, I suppose if we got plus 20, we could put it on a Glimmer and then bring that back with the Broken Memories every turn. It's not bad. I've never won with Wormkin. They're a powerful and cool clan. They are my favorite clan these days. And they have a lot of great options. If you have questions about them, by the way, feel free to ask. Also, thanks for the raid, Ashiaka. How you doing tonight, my friend? Alright, we're gonna greed. We'll take the quick. It's a little awkward, but we're doing it. And then the question is, do we just want the HP or no? It really just comes down to how fast do we think we can hatch eggs, and or do we think we'll be able to hit Divinity with days, and or can we set up bottom floor? These are a lot of different questions to ask. 8 shell, and we'd need 3 consume cards to hatch it. I think we probably just want the HP. We don't really need to go hunting for multi-strike. It's already got innate multi-strike. In the ideal world, we make a bunch of beetles, and so they'll have enough hits on their own. It's fine. There's going to be a day when I'm not around to sell, and we'll take it, and I will stumble in the street and go, it felt like 100 million monster trains cried out at once and suddenly fell silent. I mean, at some point, I might redo the expert challenges again, in which case you'll get to see it on whatever that challenge is. That gives you no choice about things. I'm good. Finished FF16. Loved it. And anyone who says it's not Final Fantasy is literally someone who thinks FF means turn-based ATB. To be fair, that is what I think of most when I think of Final Fantasy. That said, they've been moving away from that for at least like 2 decades now. So it's hard to make that argument now. But yeah, I'm excited to start it. I haven't gotten it yet, but I will have it soon. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The last time an FF was turn-based was 10. The last time it was true ATB was 9. Yeah, I mean, that's my point, is like, 10 was literally 2 decades ago. So, yeah. I think FF13 was sort of ATB turn-based. Oh my god, my nose is driving me crazy today. We're setting up bottom floor. That's what we're doing. We'll set that there. We'll do that. So now we have more capacity. It's not going to matter as much once these things hatch. Maybe I should have played you in front. We'll see. It doesn't matter. Also, I should have played out that train steward. Especially now. And you're the endless one, which means you get the buffs. And let's hit you. I guess you still have Spell Shield. I forgot that I gave them Spell Shield. Also, this is actually really bad because I haven't hatched anything. These guys are escaping us. I was not really thinking about this. I just didn't want to have to deal with the Scourge cards, but this is obviously not working. Though I could have hatched it a turn earlier, probably. It did have an ATB, but it's hardly like the previous FFs. Yeah, I mean, agreed. Okay, I've racked my brain enough on it. What does ATB mean? Active turn battles, which is to say, do I want you in front? Nah, we'll leave you in back still. But yeah, active turn battles or active time battles. And now let's do this while we don't eat charges. I guess let's just play you out, and then let's do that so we can hatch one of you this turn. But yeah, it's just... Final Fantasy coined the term, and it just describes the way that rather than having a strict, like, round-based, turn-based battles, characters get their turns at different times based on, you know, their individual speeds or what attacks they've done and how long it takes to perform those actions, yada, yada, yada. But essentially meaning that units can get their turns at different individual times. But literally every other way besides gameplay, 16 is Final Fantasy. Yeah, I mean, I still have some qualms with that. I guess let's just do that. And I will try to finish my thought in a moment. I guess we'll just leave you chilling out. Maybe I still want to play you. I guess you're still worth it. You're quick, and maybe we'll get a Wingmaker up top after you die and play you again. Although I actually don't know what our capacity is looking like. It's close. That's fine, we'll do that. Although I should have put that on the egg. It doesn't really matter. Everything's fine. We should be in a winning state already. I just like when people go, that isn't a real Final Fantasy. Cool, that's fine to have, but that is your opinion. Now I'm going to go play this game and have fun. We sit in the corner and complain. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, you're stupid Scourge cards. No one loves you. Oh. Final Fantasy fandom in general these days is just kind of weird because you have a couple of very distinct like generations of fans who grew up playing very different games and so have very different ideas about what Final Fantasy means to them, and also have very different opinions on what the best Final Fantasy is. I'll tell you right now, it's not Final Fantasy IX. And anyone who says otherwise is lying to you. Preserved Thorns is fine. I think we still don't want it, though. It actually would be kind of cute with the Notice Stone. I kind of want to take it. Also, every entry in the Final Fantasy series has generally changed something up drastically about the combat in order to do something new. Yeah, absolutely that is the case. Like, a lot of people try to say that what makes Final Fantasy is a turn-based battle system, but I would argue more that what is core to Final Fantasy is innovation and pushing the envelope. Like, not just in the gameplay. I mean, gameplay for sure, but even gameplay aside, they're constantly trying to do new things with their worlds rather than just inhabiting the same world. Obviously, there's a few times where they go back to the same worlds, but they're always trying to do new stuff while still making it feel familiar in ways, like having elements like chocobos and moogles and job systems and things like that. And so I appreciate that every entry in the series is fairly radically different from the others. But But, like, even as far back as, like, 4, 5, 6, if you look at those games side by side, like, they are very different games to each other, even down to the battle system. 4 and 5 obviously being more similar to each other than to FF6. Anyways. What am I going to do? I kind of want to take Preserve Thorns. What I was trying to count is how many consume cards we currently have. Yeah, it's going to be messy. Also, I'm reasonably convinced that Endless Eggs is not going to be that exciting for us. We're not taking Hef. I almost clicked on her on a reflex. I think we're making another Wingmaker, but maybe we want to go here now. The problem is what I would really love to do is I would love to put like plus 20 in consume on a Wingmaker. That would be ideal, but we can't do that now unless we happen to get Lightstone Casing. That said, it still is probably worth it for us to get plus 20 and consume on a Glimmer. I think we probably just want to go here rather than duping the Wingmaker. I did really want to dupe the Wingmaker so we can just make a bunch of extra capacity, which is not bad. It also does a lot of damage and clears waves, so then we can just be beating directly into the boss, which is not unwelcome. But if we skip this now, we won't be able to dupe again, basically. Unless I go here, but I was planning to go here, because chances are that's going to be overall more worth it for us. Nonetheless, I think we're going to lean into this, because there's just a lot of nice things for us here. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, we're skipping it. We'll take the gold, though. Holdover is something interesting. What do I want to hold over, if anything? I would do the Wingmaker if I could. But again, same problem. I think we probably just want to do the Echo Transfer. Yeah, it's not bad to do. We'll do it. I don't think it's necessary to do, is the thing. And we're going to do that, and Magic Power and Consume will go there, and we'll minus cost that. We do need to remove one card if we're doing this. Kind of. Is that true? Alright, so other than the Wormkin Etchings, how many consume cards do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is that true? Did I count correctly? Yeah, I missed one before. I thought I had. So there's 5 plus the Broken Memory. So this should... That's right. This doesn't quite work unless I get Spell Chain on the Broken Memories. How many more temples are there? Also, to be honest, right now, this doesn't really protect us against Patient, which is possibly a concern, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad for us if we just didn't go over 130 shards. We do have some temples upcoming. Alright, we're not going to remove a card yet. Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. I mean, there's a lot of cards I should remove, but we're not going to worry about it. Okay. Also, I'm a little sad that I didn't get a Bog Deep Cocoon, because I would have been very happy to have one with what I'm currently going to be enacting. Okay. And we'll just play you out. Don't mind me and my good old Wingmaker. Unfortunately, it still doesn't make enough space for us. Which is whatever. You're not infused yet. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't have bothered playing you out, because we don't really need to draw you again right now. Although that's nice. And I think we don't bother playing this one out. Even though the Endless is wasted. Whatever. So be it. Alright. Well, our deck is clumsy at what I want it to do, but we're getting there. We have things to look forward to. Beautiful. Unfortunately, I can't play the Wormkin Etchings now, which is why I badly want to minus cost it. Also, I forgot to do that on the egg. Doesn't really matter. Not a big deal. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to hatch that right now. If I'd done the Wormkin Etchings, we would be hatching it no problem, but that's fine. Oh, we are actually in danger here. There we go. And now we win it quite easily because, you know, reasons. Also, we got a heal and we killed that thing, which all makes up for a lot of extra power. It will be fine. We just need more. Oh, we don't want that. Ancient Resonance is good, and it's actually fairly good for us with the Notice Stone. Do I care about the Forgotten Trade? If I'd taken that Wormkin Spike earlier, I would. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about those. Although the Restoring Retreat might have been kind of cute to get beetles off our floor and make new space. We're going here. The Cavern might be nice, but we don't need the Merchant of Steel at all. So we want to check this. Not at all what I wanted. I wanted -2 or Spell Chain. I will get rid of one of those. I will just 0 cost this. And then let's aggressively thin the deck some. And I know we have 2 free removals, but I figured I would do this while I was in this menu. Oops, that's fine. Let's get rid of you. And then I was considering fusing them together so that we wouldn't have to spend as many removals, but didn't really want to do that. We don't need to be that risky. I mean, our deck is reasonably strong. It's a bit awkward in a variety of ways. It doesn't quite do its job as well as I want, but again, it should be able to hold its own. Okay. And once we get Martial Art 3, things will get even better. Okay. Alright, unfortunately we don't have quite enough capacity to fit a new egg, but... slightly wrong ordering, but I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, no, this really matters to me. We're just not going to play out the egg yet. Am I? I wasn't planning to. If I was planning to, I would have done it differently. Yep, not going to worry about it. Slight mistake there. Should have made the thorns before playing the Bounding Echoes. No, I did that on purpose because I wanted the preserved thorns to be infused. Because we will be playing it more than once. So, it was by design. And I didn't really care about the extra charges all that much. We're not playing anything that cares about the extra charges. Oh, that's a lot of stings. Yeah, that is probably why we're doing what we're doing. If only we could actually fit some things. Which is to say, I really wish that the... I really wish that the Wingmaker was in this pile so we could fit this egg. I mean, whatever, we'll play you there. Although you're not dying yet, which yeah, I guess is sort of fine. And we didn't hit Wingmaker anyways, that's fine. This is the problem, is like I have the bones of a deck that I want to run, and we just don't quite have it there yet. Go forth, my mighty deck! Alright, now we can fit another dude. And that cannot be done, because that's just not tenable. And we'll get back the Wormkin etchings, and hey look, we've hatched our egg. Unfortunately, we don't have capacity to play again. But, you know, we're trying. We do generate a little bit of a reap because of our beetles, which I always forget about. I do kind of wish that we had done Shard Soul Carver on these guys. Like, they would be higher capacity, which would be, like, whatever. It doesn't really matter. This deck works. This deck works, and at the time we had no idea that this is the deck we were going to be running, so... Oh, okay. Well, we have capacity for that beetle now. Oh, don't really need to be doing it this way, but honestly, nothing matters at this point. It's not really worth it to get that back next turn, but I'll do it anyways. Because I'm pretty convinced we already kill Fel, so... I don't think anything I do here really matters. I do like that we're giving plus 26 magic power, all from the Notice Stone. Yeah, and then the murder commences. It's not the strongest deck. It definitely has a number of awkwardnesses to it, but it's cute. Do I want the Rail Spike? Kind of. How would that work with our shenanigans? It is workable. Or at least it should be, as long as I minus cost everything. I mean, I'll take it. We'll figure it out. And then we'll take the draw. Echoes works well. Yeah, I mean, it would have worked just fine, but I chose not to. We don't want nor need those. We're taking March Lord 3. I am willing to reroll and see if there's anything truly exciting. No. If we were playing a different deck, then maybe, but we're not. If there were Bog Slime or Korska there, I would have been much happier. Alright, let's make some decisions. Again, not what I want, unfortunately. I'm probably gonna dupe, and I think I probably know what we're gonna dupe. Unfortunately, there's not a temple here, which is disappointing, to say the least. Alright. We're going to get rid of, I think, that instead of getting rid of one of the Bounding Echoes. And we're going to get rid of this Glimmer, maybe? Or maybe I get rid of the Echo Break. I guess we'll get rid of the Echo Break. And oh, and I already filled this one up. Okay, that's fine. I guess we'll leave it for now. Also, the Hammer Chestplate is actually okay for us since it increases HP. We're doing this. We'll see what happens. It'd be nice if I'd stop drawing the Wingmaker on turn 1. Also, I might get rid of the Razor Sharp Edge. I don't think we need to, but... Okay. So, unfortunately you're not infused yet. But we can do that, and then we can do that, and then this now does 5 damage, so we can kill that. And we are hatching our big, beautiful boys. What are our next 3 cards? Interesting. And then we do the Bounding Echoes now. Oh, I should have done that in slightly different order. Yeah, and I did fuck this up, because now we have too many things in the pile. Yeah, this is why I needed to have removed something. It's fine. How am I dealing with sweep? Because we have a Glimmer that we're going to be playing every turn, essentially. And that should be enough to heal our dudes back up. That's the general game plan. Or we set up on not top floor. But we have options. Famous last words. I mean, yeah, I did consider these things. I did mess up my plans since both of my recursion cards are in the graveyard, but I think we'll be able to win this battle as is. Unfortunately, we can't fit our egg. This comes as no goddamn surprise. It is disappointing, but still. Also, our trample sort of is going to waste. Since we mostly just kill things with our beetles. But, that's fine. We'll manage. No, we're so close. That's why I wanted a second Wingmaker a long time ago, but it's not a big deal. Doesn't really matter to play him out at all. We do almost hatch him. And we could hatch him if he survived, but he doesn't. Either way, we should win this, no problem. Like, it takes the boss many turns to break through us, and we do not give him such luxuries. And thus he's dead. Well, unfortunately this deck is a bit clumsy in a number of ways. There's also the Soul Crushing Guild, which I could run. I might run. I'm not going to worry about it. I probably should take it. Also, I forgot that I want it for Patient, but again, we'll make do some way or another. Alright, so here's the deal. We probably just want to go to the right so we can dupe the Wormkin Etchings. Otherwise, we have to be more careful about the order in which we play things, kind of. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do that. Duping the good old Wingmaker would also be cute, because it would let us, you know, actually use our Endless Egg. But we're not gonna worry about that, I don't think. Yeah, I think we're just doing this. As much as it would be really nice to go to the left for other reasons. Hardened Hole, pretty nice. Sap Tap, also pretty decent. I think we'll take the Hardened Hole. Do I want Sap Tap? Maybe. Maybe I just want to remove things. We'll find out in mere moments. Definitely gonna dupe that. Or I could re-roll. We definitely don't need Root Split Mask. I'm trying to think what else I would want. It's basically just like Carven Coruscant or Bog Slime, and even then I don't think we really need those. We don't have things that really scale on charges. If I had a different infusion, like a Shard Soul Carver or Keeper, it would make a big difference, but we do not. Do I care about the Sap Tap? Does it mess with my plans any to have that? Not really. I think we're willing to take that. Normally great, not what we want right now. Do I want Trader's Quill? It's kind of cute. Yeah, I'll take it, even though I should just be spending that money to purge. Which, I'll do that. Also, for once, we have very low shards. It's not very low, per se, but it's lower than we normally do. Okay, let's just double check that I'm not like crazy. We should be fine, because we've got the 2 Wormkin Etchings. Yeah, we'll just remove this. Yeah, doesn't matter. We're full up on our one single unit. We should be able to work with this, even if we're going to be empowering him greatly. God, every time we draw at turn 1, like, without fail. Only 110 shards. What is this? The kitty train? So much hate. Oh, Ashiaka. I mean, you're not wrong. It is very unusual for us. Oh, I actually should do these first. We're not going to bother playing out the Kinhost. He does do a fair bit of damage to our dude, which is a little concerning, but we'll be able to make do. That, then we do that. Doesn't really matter where we're using these. Well. Apparently I can't count how many consumed cards I have. Don't think I've done a Seraph with under 150 shards in literally forever. I've done some recently, probably just for this challenge. But, yeah, no, I feel ya. It is unusual for me. Alright, let's do this first. Too many cards. Yeah, I've got 9 cards still. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We'll just do that. We don't need to worry about making it infused. I guess we'll do that. So now we can make enough space. Well, this would be a lot more impressive if we had more beetles on the floor. Because, you know, that would be nice, but we don't. So here we are. Well, I had dreamed of getting the Wingmaker there, but it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. My personal challenge, only 100 shard runs. Impossible. Yeah, I've definitely skewed myself towards taking a lot more shards than I used to. Doing the 200 shard runs really messed up my calibration. So much of my deck is just stings. And to be fair, they are getting stronger every turn thanks to the Notice Stone, but still. And it is making our big bad bogworm real beefy. Plus, it is also increasing the strength of our Kinhost. It'd be Like I said, a lot more impressive if we had more of them to benefit from all that scaling. But alas, that is the deck we built, and it doesn't quite work as desired. It's not bad, but, you know, it could be better. Well, we can finally infuse that. We can kill someone with it, and we can make one more capacity, which doesn't matter. But hey, we're trying, man. Oh, and yeah, we really don't need these 27 damage stings. We got them. We got tons of them, and they are ensuring that we hit like max draw every turn, but it doesn't really matter. Whatever. Here we are. Well. Have at ye. So many etches. It's just not that impressive. I mean, the bogworm is decently nice to look at. He's decently exciting. I mean, not that I really need to worry about killing all these things, but here we are. Who cares if it's making Seraph more powerful? It doesn't really do anything for me. Oh, we don't have the Preserved Thorns next turn. Honestly, that's fine. We'll just grab that with that. Well... gonna be mad if we drew the Wingmaker there after killing all the enemies. Again, realistically, doesn't matter. Also, it's a shame that we have nothing for all these charges to go to. I wish we'd gotten, like, Serrated Mandibles at the very least. Yeah, I could have done slightly more damage if I'd done all my consume cards before the stings and all that. But anyways, Serrated Mandibles would have been really cute with how many charges we're generating, because we'd just be making a ton of reap everywhere. Anyways, here we are. Oh, also, realistically, I could probably just be playing the egg out on a different floor and then hatch it on that floor. I do enough damage with the stings and things. And I've got Hardened Hole, so it starts with only 3... God, every single time. I'm gonna go try setting up down here. It honestly probably works. Okay. Oh my god, we actually have capacity for once. What madness is this? Just double check. I don't have one of those in there already. Nope. Okay. This is not a jank we signed up for. I'd go so far as to say this deck is plenty jank filled. I do kind of wish that these guys didn't have quick on them, so then his trample could smash through things. But also, as we get going, we're just going to kill everything in other ways anyways. It's not really a big deal. Yeah, I thought that I was a little premature on that. That's fine. Oh, and I didn't play you out. Well, so be it. Who cares? Alright. We're doing just fine. There's the Wingmaker. Unfortunately, at a time where it doesn't matter because I already killed his buddy. Oh. Yeah, I can do this differently. Oh, well, that's not perfect. I definitely could have done that better, but that's fine. I guess we do technically generate a little bit of Reap, which matters with the charges. I honestly always forget that they have that, because what I care about is the innate multi-strike, rather than the Reap generation. Let's do this now, just so I know that I'm for sure getting back the things I care about. Since I'd accidentally ended up with one of my Wormkin etchings and the broken memories in the consume pile, and I didn't want to risk not getting them back. Alright, unfortunately we didn't quite get all the things I desired this turn, but realistically, not a big deal. Also, once again, probably should have played this First of Kin, or the Kin Host Vessel on a different floor. But I definitely am getting distracted by just jamming out here. Again, not that it really matters. We always draw the Wingmaker on the turn that it's just not that helpful. It did generate one capacity, though, which technically is all we need if we can get back to our egg, which seems unlikely. Oops, I didn't mean to do that when my hand was full. I keep doing that on accident. Oh well. Well, he's gonna die on this coming turn. I was hoping that we'd hit our egg buddy. Not that it really matters, but it would have been much cooler if we had a lot more units than this. Alright, how much magic power are we giving those right now anyways? We're giving them 41 magic power, I think. Why did these look different? I guess that was probably the last time it got played. Yeah, maybe it's not quite that much. Either way, it's a lot. Also, for some reason I assumed we were finishing it that turn, but we're just not quite. Ooh, we can play him. Though if we play Wingmaker, we just kill the boss. So we're going to hatch him without doing that, just so I can have the enjoyment of having one more Beetle Boy. He's pretty weak, though, because we haven't been giving any power to the egg this whole time, which kind of defeats the whole point of doing the Endless Egg strategy. Okay. Anyways, we'll just kill him with Wingmaker, and let our big bunch of units just sit there. Anyways, we didn't make great use of the Endless Egg, but overall it was a reasonable run, and we got to do some cool things. Didn't work quite as smoothly as I wanted, but it was fine. It worked well enough. And thus, we have another one off the board. Martial Art is one of my favorite champion paths. It's just fun to use. I really like egg units in general, so a path that is designed around them is fun. And you end up building your deck fairly differently, or at least you can build your deck fairly differently from normal. So, yeah. I feel so inadequate. Why'd you feel inadequate? I mean, keep in mind, I have like 1,300 hours in this game now, something like that. I have a lot of hours in this game. I've done like all the things this game can let you do by now. Oh, and we need to update the title. Anyways, I think we're stopping there because it's kind of late and I should at least attempt to sleep at a reasonable hour and maybe reset my sleep a little bit. Yeah, I think we'll stop there, but we'll pick this up tomorrow because I got, what, one more day of streaming in the week? And then there's plenty of things for us left to play. I mean, most of the remaining ones aren't so bad. Royalty and Reaper are terrible. Strangler's going to be a bit awkward. Cold Channel is just going to require us to hit the right things. Cold Channel is a lot better when we can pick our clan combo. Because we just need good defense for Cold Channel. And also, it definitely is much easier when you can pick your starter card. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow, like I said, doing more of this. Glutton's going to be a little awkward, but at least, like, Trample Stone is in clan. Most of these aren't so bad. Blood Icarus should be good. Shellsmith shouldn't be too hard. Burn Bright shouldn't be too bad. It's generally pretty good. All the Primordium ones are good. Yeah, there's a couple that are bad, but we got plenty of nice, comfy ones as well. Obviously, they're a little prone to failure because we don't have the flexibility of multipathing and pivoting like we would in a normal run. And instead, we're just going to have to kind of force things and make them work, but that's fine. Anyways, rambling aside, that's it for the night. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Waiting for the Glutton run. I mean, we can do Glutton tomorrow. Just remind me that that's what you want to see, and we'll do Glutton. It can be fun. It's just awkward. You have to have good morsel generation. Ideally, you hit a Shroud Spike or a Feast, or both. And if you want it to be the star of the show, you have to hit Trample because you can't multipath into Monstrous. So you have to get Umbra Stone or have amazing wave clear in other ways. But I don't really want to make the... I mean, I guess we could maybe do wave clear with other units, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. I really do appreciate you guys being here all the time. It really, truly does matter a lot to me. It's why I do this. Anyways, have a nice night, everyone. See you tomorrow.